Hey guys, I'm Brianna, welcome back to my channel. So sorry for the lighting today, it kind of got really dark before I was able to film, but I wanted to do a quick video and show you guys the books that I'm taking back to college with me for next semester. I do have, I think, 5 books already there that I haven't read yet, so then I'm going to bring these and then it could change again. I'll keep you guys updated if I decide to film during college. Hopefully I will. Hopefully I get the time to. But yeah, I also wanted to show you guys I got a new piercing. It's still a little red, but I was kind of being spontaneous and I've wanted a cartilage piercing for a while now. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it, because then by the time it heals, it will be summertime and then I could swim and everything. So I did it. It didn't really hurt that much. If you guys have questions about it, leave a link down below. But back to the book news. So these are the books I'm bringing to college with me. It really depends if I read them over break. If I do get to them over break, I will not bring them. But the first book I have is Moonlight Sins by Jennifer Armentrout, and the second book is Moonlight Seduction. These are books 1 and 2 of her new adult, I guess, mystery thriller series. I love the first book. Was supposed to reread them during break, but again, I only have a week left at this point, so I don't think I'm going to get to that many books, but I will bring them with me in case I'm in the mood for that type of read. And what's happening when I go back is I go until the first week of May, and that includes finals and stuff, and so basically I'm not coming home. I may stop home during my spring break, but that's literally only a week, not even. So I'm probably just going to stay at college the whole time, so I'm going to be there. If you guys don't hear from me, then we'll figure it out. Okay, so the next book I'm bringing is Misadventures of a College Girl by Lauren Rowe. I've raved about this enough. I believe I read this in 2017, I think. But I loved it when I read it. It's very, very funny. I remember not liking the ending of it a little bit because there's too much of a time skip, but other than that, I'm excited to bring it back with me and read it and read it with a fresh mind now that I'm in college, so maybe I can relate a little bit more. That's why I kind of like reading the new adult books now, because I can relate a lot better with the characters because I'm their age, so yeah. And then I'm definitely bringing back Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. I have yet to read this book. I got this in August and it came out in September and I still haven't read it. I'm very disappointed in myself, but hopefully I will get to it again. This is about a group of, I don't know if they're related sisters, but it's a group of females who are on a ship together and they kind of captain the ship and they're trying to figure out who murdered their parents. So I think it's pretty interesting. I haven't really heard a lot about it. It wasn't really that hyped up, so I'm curious to see how I think of it personally, but I'm very excited to give it a go. And then I'm bringing another book. I'm not going to bring the ARC version because it's paperback. I have the hardcover behind me, but it's Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I don't know if I reviewed this book. I'm not positive. I know I talked a lot about it. Maybe I did review it. I don't think I put a review up. I'm not sure. Whatever. So I read this last July. 2 Julys ago. So last July. If that makes sense. So I haven't read it in a while, but Nexus, which is book 2, is coming out, I think, February? I think. It's sometime this winter where it's coming out, unless it's coming out in the summer. I don't know, not really up to date on what's releasing, but I'm very excited for Nexus. Zenith, I did really like. Obviously, there were a lot of plot points that were a little iffy for me, and if you guys don't know from what I've said before, this definitely reminded me of the Queen of the Tearling series, the trilogy by Erica Johansson, and a little bit of the Shadowhunters plotline. It definitely reminded me of that, but overall, I did really enjoy it, and I kind of want to bring varieties of books back with me, because I've been in a fantasy mood lately, and a romance mood. I kind of just decided to get back into romance, so this gives me a sci-fi fantasy feel, so I'm very excited to bring it back. Then I'm bringing Lick and Play by Kylie Scott. These are numbers 1 and 2 in a 4-book series about rock stars. I have read Lick 3 summers ago, I think, when I first started my channel. I don't remember what year that was. I'm a little lost, guys. It's okay. But I really did love it, and for me, this was kind of like a, not like a cheesy read, but kind of like a speed read where I don't really have to think when I read, and that's a lot of the books that I've got to when I went to college. I focused on books that kind of just brought me enjoyment, and I didn't really have to think about that much, which I guess is bad to say, but that's what I was reading. So now I have these 2 books, and hopefully I can get to them, and I'm really hoping to read more. I normally, if you've seen me and watched my channel, I tend to read 15 to 20 books a month, normally, and that's what happened when I was in high school, but now I've been reading, if we took the first semester, I think I read like 25 books over the span of the first semester, which is like 3.5, 4 months long. So I'm definitely disappointed, and I really hope I can read a lot more. But yeah, so to continue on, I'm going to show these 2 separately. So I'm going to bring The Bombshell Effect by Carla Sorensen. I read this summer, like last summer, I guess. Last summer. I really love this. This is a adult, I guess new adultish, adult football romance, and I'm a sucker for football romance. Any sports romance, primarily hockey and football, those are like my go-to, and I love them. So this book was no exception. Candy Steiner actually recommended it on, I love Candy Steiner. She is the Palm South University series, Palm South Beach, something like that, university series. I reviewed her books before, but she recommended this a lot on her Instagram, so I decided to check it out because it's a football romance, and I really, really loved it. And she just came out with the book 2, which I was not expecting, and it's The X Effect. I literally have no clue what this one's about, but the cover is gorgeous. It's so pretty, so I'm very excited. Kind of disappointed he has a shirt on, but, you know, it's okay. So I just received this in the mail from Amazon, and I'm definitely going to bring these 2 because I would like to reread this, even though they're different characters, if that makes sense. But I'm excited to bring these. Then I also just received this in the mail, and it's Perversion by T.M. Frazier. This is book 1 in a trilogy, and it seems really interesting. I haven't heard a lot of hype around it, but then again, T.M. Frazier's books aren't that popular. But this seems like it's a dark romance, and I think she's a con artist, and he's in a gang, I think, and they meet in jail or something like that. I have no clue, but I heard it's dark and it involves jail and stuff, but they're like on opposite sides. They're supposed to be enemies, so I thought it was really interesting. I love this cover. It's gorgeous, so I'm very excited to get into this book. It's pretty short. Wasn't really expecting to be this short, and I only ordered the first one just on the basis in case I didn't like it, then I didn't have the whole series waiting. But I'm very excited to jump into this, and it's another dark romance if I want to read. Then I'm going to bring Crux Untamed by Tilly Cole. This is book 6 or 7. I don't remember. I think it's 7. Book 7 of the Hades Hangman series. I always rave about this series. I love Tilly Cole. She's just queen for me. So if you guys have heard of this enough, but I'm bringing this one because the 8th book releases January 22nd. So she pushed back the date, which I'm upset about, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my mom, because my mom really loves this series as well. I got her into it. So I think I'm going to have it shipped to the house when it comes out, have my mom read it, and then have her ship it to me so I can read it. But I'm bringing this one so I can just reread this book, because the issue with her books is they're different main characters in each one, but the plot line continues. So I need to kind of catch up and see what happened. But this... it's so good. I have a review on book 3 because that's my favorite book of the series, so definitely go check it out if you want, I guess, a dark book. It's a motorcycle romance kind of book. Then I have Misadventures on the Rebound by Lauren Rowe. This one seemed really interesting. It looks like there's poker, gambling, so whatever. But this is, again, also by Lauren Rowe, and I loved the other one that she wrote in the Misadventures series, so I definitely think I'm going to like that. But one issue with this series is they're by different authors, so sometimes I'll read it and I hate the book. Like Misadventures of Rockstar, I hated the writing, and I think it was just based on the author. But this one, I'm excited. I loved Lauren's other book, which I'm bringing with me as well. But this one seems interesting. It's all about this girl going to Las Vegas for her 5-year high school reunion? 5-year high school reunion, and she kind of goes to a bar and hitches a ride with a guy to Las Vegas, but like everything was crumbling around her. Her boyfriend broke up with her, she lost her job and everything, so I think it's gonna be a pretty interesting read. Then I also got another Misadventures book, and that's Misadventures with a Country Boy by Elizabeth Haley. I love anything country. I feel like those books are like awesome, like anything with cowboys, so I figured this book would be interesting. The plot seems okay so far. It kind of like leaves you hanging a little bit. It doesn't really give you a lot to go on, but this girl wants to escape her life pretty much, and it seems like she's rich or whatever, and he's at a gas station and he finds her kind of standing there, and then he's kind of just like, you know what, want to come for a ride with me, and they kind of just end up road tripping together. So I'm interested to see what this is about and see if I like it. We have 2 more, guys. So I'm excited I got this book. I've been purchasing her books slowly because 1, they are expensive, but 2, they take me a while to read because they are slow burns, but this one's smaller than I expected. But this is From Lukov with Love. I think that's how you pronounce it. This one's by Mariana Zapata, and I think this is a perfect time to read it because this is an ice skating romance. Obviously slow burn, and I think it's about, like, she's a figure skater. I think she's going to the Olympics, possibly, whatever, and it's her romance or whatever, but I'm very excited to read this. I love her books so far. Mariana Zapata really hasn't let me down. Her books have been either solid 5s or 4s for me, and I just love that. So I'm definitely gonna read this at college. This may be one of the first books I pick up, depending on how busy I get. That's my one issue. I always tend to get busy and can't read, but I'm very excited for this. And the last book I'm bringing, I just need another like wholesome read that I really love, and it's gonna pick me up if I get in a book slump, and that's Culty by Mariana Zapata. This one's a soccer romance, and I just love this book so much. I don't know if I'll probably put this up after I put up the other one, but this was on my top 10 books of 2018. It was phenomenal. Like, I can't tell you enough. Can't believe I only found out about this book this year, but I definitely recommend it if you want a soccer slow burn romance. So yeah, those are all the books I'm planning to bring on college. Again, it can change at any point because I'm an indecisive person, but I'm excited for all of these and I cannot wait, and I hope you guys are doing well in school or work, and yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Bye!